everyone, it's Alyssa from Planet Alyssa, here with my weekly What I Sold on Etsy video. It has been another slow week on Etsy for me. This week I sold just 9 items for a total selling price of $88. Now I will say, I finally this week actually listed a few new things. I hadn't listed anything in a while, so that's probably part of the reason my sales were low. In fact, as soon as I listed a few new things, I actually sold a couple things. Not things I had just listed, but some other items. So I don't know if it's connected or not, but I do feel like when I list things, I get more traffic to the shop, and that leads to more sales. So that's good. I'll try to be better about getting those listings up. In fact, I was taking some pictures this morning. We have a sunny day here, so it's a good day for taking some pictures of items, and so I'll probably get some more items listed today. I don't try to list my items all at once, by the way. I usually do them in batches of maybe 4 at a time, sometimes less. But I feel like if I spread it out over the day, I maybe get more views too, because of the way things show up in searches, or if you're just looking at new items on Etsy. I don't know. That's just a theory I have. It hasn't been proven. But anyway, I'll show you those things that I sold this week and what each one sold for. And of course, this is just the selling price of the item. It does not take into account fees I paid to Etsy, fees I paid to purchase the item, or the shipping fees that the buyer paid to have the item shipped to them. I ended last week with the sale of a sewing pattern, and I started this week with the sale of a sewing pattern. And if you saw my thrift store haul video earlier this week, I just picked up a bunch more sewing patterns. Sold this one for $6. It's a children's costume pattern, and I believe this one came from a thrift store. This is probably the strangest thing I sold this week. It's a souvenir from the Grand Canyon that has a fake little Roadrunner in a crate. I think it was designed to actually be mailed to someone, like a postcard. But I picked this up at a thrift store, and it sold for $15. Besides sewing patterns, another standby item for me is playing cards, and I sold some this week. This deck sold for $6. I believe it was complete. It was illustrated with a hunting scene there, just a little bit worn, so a little less money than I would normally sell them for. And this is a very thin plastic, I guess, Easter bunny dish. It sold for $6. Easter's coming up. I guess people are already preparing for that. Valentine's Day isn't even here yet. And this is something I picked up at a rummage sale. Some more playing cards, illustrated ones. This is a double set, a bridge deck. You can't see in this picture, but they also came in a plastic case. They're illustrated with photos of seashells on them. And it's 2 complete decks. It sold for $12, and this is something I picked up in a box lot at an auction. Dollhouse stuff is stuff I sell pretty often too. Sold this for $5. It's just a very simple designed wooden dollhouse clock. And I don't remember where I picked this one up. And another dollhouse thing that sold. This was not the same buyer that bought the clock. This also sold for $5. It's a plastic lampshade made to look like a stained glass lamp. It's got a little cord at the top so you can hang it from a ceiling. And I picked this one up in a box at a rummage sale with a bunch of other dollhouse furniture, most of which I've already sold. And this is a ceramic pencil cup and pencil sharpener with Doc from Snow White, Disney Snow White on it. This is something I picked up at a rummage sale. This sold for $25. And finally this week, another sort of standby item for me, a vintage license plate. This is a Pennsylvania plate from, I guess, the 1970s. The registration sticker on it says 1970. Pretty worn. It sold for $8, and I think I picked this up at a rummage sale. Thank you everyone for watching. I do put out new videos every Friday of the items I've sold on Etsy, and I do try to get out some other helpful Etsy videos, even some videos on other stuff that I sell online. I just put out an Amazon video this week, the first one of those that I did. But if you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share, or comment on this video. Okay, thank you guys. I will see you next week, and happy selling everyone.